Hi Taurus, welcome to Pure Tarot. I've been away a little while, but here we are. We're going to look at the rest of October for you. I'm going to draw an Egyptian Gods Oracle card first, just to get some basic concept or premise to the reading, I should say. We're looking at Satet, fruitfulness. What a Taurian theme here. Abundance of nature for Tauruses, right? Always a strong thing for you. Something you value, something you enjoy. So fruitfulness could be a time of reaping your rewards, right? Any seeds you would have planted, metaphorically, of course, or even literally, whichever way you want to see it. Maybe you are harvesting what has grown in your garden. It could be any endeavors, any money-making endeavors. You might be getting, I don't know, the check, even just the I don't know, I'm sensing like you're very it's like you have lots of ideas brewing. It's really interesting. It's like you're at a time where you're harvesting, but at the same time your brain is already very, very full of new ideas, new projects. This card, here's Swords in reverse, which is a good thing. And then these. Let's look at this. So 3 of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Star. Well, someone and something is watching over you. I almost want to say that you're being shielded. I'm hearing also you're being contained. So what I'm sensing is that you're in a safe space in terms of where your money is going, how you're spending it. Any of your resources, actually. So it's an interesting way of coming up, because this abundance, because it's almost like it's in the reverse. It's like the abundance is there, and yet it's being shown as it's not being how do you say, spilt or wasted, or you know what I mean. Like it's more like something is containing you. There's a shield, and your resources are being protected, even your ideas from the beginning as well, right? I'm saying this because we do have 3 cards here in reverse that are a little more difficult in terms of in the equation with the abundance, right? I think that you've experienced spilled cups in the past, and this is why I'm saying also that you're being contained, and whatever your resources are, whether they're physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. They're being protected, but they're also being well allocated, whether it's by you and or I think source in general. I think that literally I do think someone is watching over you, and I say someone, but you know what I mean. It's a presence. I'm also sensing that you are requesting this assistance, and I say that because I think you have enough, I'm gonna say you're superstitious enough, quote unquote, to want first off to ask for protection, but I think I mean, it sounds it's funny what I'm gonna say. It feels like you've had enough of your energy leaking, right? Being leaked out. So now it's time to, you know, patch those holes and make sure that you contain all of this energy and these resources. So I think specifically a person, the King of Wands here in reverse, could have been someone who drained you in many ways, right? I think you're very well aware that, you know, this person was probably disloyal with you. I think you've experienced this person as you've experienced betrayal. I don't know if they've betrayed you downright betrayed you, but you were definitely hurt, and I think either way it was costly, right? It was costly. I think you've made a vow, sort of. I'm saying vow just because you'd be looking up there, right? Almost in prayer, like invoking or just really asking so that something like that doesn't happen again to you. I think you've been hurt enough, like I said, that it's warranting that you would actually pray for this or pray for a different outcome, or not necessarily with this person, but pray for more protection. I'm really sensing also that you were an easy victim. I have to say it this way. I think that's the lesson. I think you fell victim of something, of someone. And it doesn't have to be like a super, when I say the word victim, right, obviously you could think crime, but it's not necessarily like that. It's simply being too vulnerable and having fallen prey, right, to someone who might have exploited you, to I do believe there was a form of deception, I have to say, because of the Three of Swords here, and because the King of Wands is in reverse. It's a deceptive energy. card. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, yes, there wasn't an equal give and take. You certainly lost money. I'm telling you, it has to do with your resources. It's interesting because I think it was multiple facets. It wasn't just money. I think it could have been like energy-wise, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and maybe lastly, like physical, like dollars. It's interesting. I feel it to be the last thing, this one. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the good thing is that that 9 is in reverse, just like the 3 of Swords is in reverse, the 5 of Cups is in reverse. So good energy in terms of coming out of feeling very stressed and deprived. I think I'm telling you, something is protecting you, definitely. And I say that like truly, I believe that higher forces are with you. I want to draw one more tarot on this Six of Pentacles in reverse. This card. The Nine of Cups in reverse. It's interesting to me because it feels you were cheated out of something. And I say that because something that should have been made you very happy, something that it feels like something looked really, really, I don't want to say appealing, but I think that was deceptive in itself, right? I think you had a very good start. Definitely high hopes, which I think you harbor hope quite easily, which is good because it tells me that you're not jaded. Even though you went through these circumstances, I believe that you are intact when it comes to believing in good things, that, you know, the universe has your back, and that there's more in store for you, obviously. Beautiful things coming. I think you do need to remind yourself of that, but because I do think that you fluctuate. The Nine of Swords doesn't, you know, you'll go through some little dark periods, of course. The dark periods would be playing over and over what happened with the situation, right? I don't want to say that it's just one individual. It's not really relevant. It is mainly one individual that created a deceptive situation for you. But I do think the interaction with you didn't turn out well, right? It just didn't turn out to be a happy I'm hearing safe haven. You know, these two cards together would have been like a safe haven. Like a place where you would have felt welcomed and seen and appreciated. Your worth, right? Someone appreciating your worth truly. It could be that I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. There could have been a thousand scenarios here, but I don't think it was so awful. I just think that you weren't on the same page here, really. That's mainly what it was. Although, someone could have been, and I don't like to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, I guess. I think someone really enjoys their pleasures, no matter what kind of pleasures, but earthly pleasures. And I think part of the deception here is someone maybe could have betrayed you by sleeping with someone else. It could be the case. Spending too much, right? Splurging on themselves and not sharing with you. Not making you feel like, not taking you out to a nice place, like sort of being stingy about spending money. That kind of thing, right? That kind of deception, right? That sort of, obviously cheating is much worse, right, than just not taking you out to to the restaurant. But I mean, I don't think it was a huge conspiration, or how do you say? Anyways, let's just see what the advice here is for this situation for you, Taurus. I think you're out of it. I think because of the stars here and fruitfulness, I think you're coming out of those, and the Nine of Swords is in reverse. So you're coming out of, I guess, the nightmarish version of this interaction situation. You get adventure. Live wild and free. That's sweet. I think it's well, first of all, live free with the star card, right? So that's a really good advice. But that's also like a liberation. I told you, I think you're full of new ideas. It's interesting going back to what you've harvested. You might have harvested something not so pleasant, right? But you are reaping the fruits of what these lessons, life lessons, might have been. And maybe, giving you like the sentiment that you're ending a cycle, ready to take on new adventures, like new things, meeting new people. Definitely moving away from this situation, of course. And probably wiser, of course. And I need to insist, I don't think you're jaded, which is a super positive thing. I think on the contrary, you're able to see what belongs to you, what belongs to the other, or the situation in general. All the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, they're in reverse. The Nine of Swords is in reverse, right? So these things are, these disappointments and all of the stress and the anxiety and the turmoil and all of that is in the past, or at least has been surmounted. I'm hearing washed away. It's interesting. There's not much water here except, I mean, the star is an air card per se, being Aquarius, but you do have the water bearer symbolism, right? So water is present. I'm pausing because I think water is a very important element in this reading. I'm going to go as far as saying that in this situation you were lacking a lot of water, so a lot of emotions. I think that there was a lot of it's really strange. It's coming as it's like I'm thinking of a texture now. So something that would be quartz, like sandpaper. That might have been your experience. Something scorching, or that sort of scratchy as well, right? I don't know, for some reason the fruitfulness calls in for a lot of water. As if you were coming out of the desert and you need tons and tons and tons and tons of water. Maybe you're going on water for this new adventure. And there's something about drinking more water, maybe taking baths, going to like the spa. Anyways, I don't want to insist too much, but it feels important. It feels also important in terms of your healing with the star. Maybe there's one last thing. There's I don't know if it exists, but choosing to write down one emotion in a book, on a paper, like listing an emotion for the day, right? And meditating on it. Emotion, good or bad, right? But it's like trying to tell you to focus on emotions through the intellect, through the star card, right? Through the Aquarian intellect of having distance. So writing the word, something that would be charged with emotions, but taking a step back. I'm not sure why I'm even saying all of this. It's I'm allowing myself to go there and tell you. So on that note, I'm going to end the reading. hopefully it resonated somehow for you, even if it wasn't such an easy thing to hear about what you've experienced prior, right? But it's a positive outcome. And I feel that you are ready. You're more than ready and deserving. So on that note, thank you for liking the video, sharing and subscribing, Taurus. I'll see you soon. Take care.